Okay, so in previous video we discussed theoretically EIGRP OTP. Now let's do the lab. I have four routers R1, R2, R3 and ISP. Okay, R1 is connected to ISP 192.168.14.1 and 14.4. R2 is connected 192.168.42.2 and 42.4 is ISP. R3 is connected 192.168.43.3 and this side is 4. So it means 2 to 4, 3 to 4 and 1 to 4. And all these three interfaces is 4, 4, R1 is 1, R2 is 2 and R3 is 3. And also there is loopback interfaces 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 and 3, 3, 3. So now let's do the lab here. So I have R1, R2 and R3. Okay, so let me open R1. Okay, and no, nothing is configured in R1. Let's go to R2. Okay, let me minimize it and no. Okay, and let's go to R3 and no. Okay, and now let's go to ISP router and no. Okay, so we are done. Let me go to R1 and make them ready. Let's go to R2, let's go to R3 and let's go to ISP. So ISP will come now. Let me minimize and go to R1. So in R1 I need to configure basically one physical interface, one loopback and one static route to 24 and one static route to 34. That's it. So what I can do, I need to copy and paste is better. So let me go to enable, then config, then hostname R1, then go to physical interface 14.1, create one loopback interface with 32-bit mask, then static route to reach to R2 and static route to reach to R3. That's it. So easy. Let me copy and paste. So my R1 is ready. Now let's go to R2. In R2 I have one physical interface and one loopback and change the host name. So let me copy this configuration, copy and paste here. So R2 is already done. Okay, and close this one. Let's go to R3. And R3 I also have one to change the host name, physical interface, loopback and two static route to reach R2 and R1. So let me copy this one and paste. Okay, so R3 is done. Now coming to ISP. So basically in ISP I just need to configure three interfaces only, physical interfaces. That's it. Nothing to do here. No route and no nothing is required. ISP physical 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and paste. So ISP is done. Let me close ISP. Now I don't need ISP. Okay, so basically I create static route to reach here and here. Keep in mind no route to reach there. No route to reach this one and this one. Because I told you theoretically these has to be reachable. Okay, so now let's ping and from R1. So let me ping exit and ping 192.168.24.2 which is R2 IP and 34.3 which is R3. Yes, but I cannot ping 2.2.2. Neither I can ping control shift 6, neither I can ping 3.3. No, and also I cannot ping 3.3 source my loopback interface. No, it's also not possible. Only the physical interfaces are reachable. Okay, and it has to be reachable to configure EIGRP OTP. So now keep in mind R1 can ping only this 2 and this 3. R2 can ping this 1 and R3 can also ping 1. So only these public IPs, consider them public IPs, they are reachable. Between we have ISP, but we don't need to do anything on ISP side as well. So now let's start to configure EIGRP OTP. So let me go to R1 first. And what we need to do, go to config. First thing I need to go to router EIGRP and give them any name, because EIGRP OTP is only possible in name mode, not in classic mode. So let me give them OTP because we are doing OTP. So let me give them the name OTP. And address family IPv4 because we are doing address family. And autonomous system, let me give them 1, 2, 3 because we have 3 routers. You can give them any name. Next, we need to type remote neighbor source on which source I am connected 0/0. Ethernet 0/0 and unicast listen. And now my yes, so I will give them the same 1, 2, 3, let's suppose. Okay, so I will make R1 as a RR, same like in BGP, which we know. Next thing, I need to advertise my network. So what is my network? I have one network, so 1.1.1 with 0.0.0, exactly one network because this is 32-bit. And I have another network 192.168.14.0. So 0 the first digit, second, third, and the last can be anything. And we are done with router 1. But because I am going to configure EIGRP OTP to make this R1 as a RR, so what I need to do, by default, split horizon is enabled on interfaces. We discussed this in CCNP. So what I can do, I need to go to this interface because I'm in name mode, so I can go directly. What I need to do, I need to go to if interface. Which interface? This one. And this interface is 0/0. And I need to disable no next hop cell. This is the first thing. And no split horizon. That's it. This is only an R1. No need to other R2 and R2 because I'm not doing to configure mesh, full mesh. I just need to, they can send the request to R1. And from the R1 side, we are done. Now let's go to R2. And R2 and R3, we have similar configuration almost. So in R2, router EIGRP OTP, you can give them any name. It hasn't to be the same. And address family IPv4 and unicast and autonomous system is 1, 2, 3. This has to be the same. And then neighbor. Who is my neighbor? My R1 neighbor 192.168.14.1. This is 14.1 is this one. R1. Okay, on which interface I am connected? So 0/0. So 0/0 and remote. It says that how maximum hop is away. So it's only away from me 1 hop. So I can give them 2 because in the middle there is only ISP and 2 hop, and then encapsulation I will type 1, 2, 3. That's it. So in R2 we are done, only need to advertise the network. So R2 has 222 with 0000, only single route, and also I need to advertise the route I'm connected 24 192.168.24.0 000 and 255. We are done. We are done with R2. Now let's go to R3. And R3, what I need to do, router EIGRP OTP is similar configuration like a R2. And address family IPv4, unicast, autonomous system is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and neighbor is, my neighbor is 192.168.14.1, which is R1 IP. And Ethernet, which I am connected, is 0/0. And remote is 2 hop away and 1, 2, 3. And now I need to advertise my network. So my one network is 3. And my next network is 192.168.34.0 000.255. And we are done. So this is the configuration on these 2 routers. This one is RR, so the configuration is a bit different. Okay. Now what I need to do, okay, so I need to check now. I need to check that what is the status. So let me go there. So what we done, we configure R1 basic configuration, R3 basic configuration, ISP. Then here in R1 we advertise 1 and 14. Okay, and we say no next hop self and no split horizon. Then in R2 we have a neighbor R1, okay, which is 2 hop away, and the same case we done in R3 as well. Okay, now you can verify by show IP interface brief. There will be lists 1 2 3 which we give them the number, and it has to be like this. So if we check out show IP interface in all router, show IP interface brief, so you're gonna find this one in up and everything is okay with the 111. And if we check in R2, it has to be the same. So do, and if I type do show IP interface brief, so you can see it's also here. Okay, and let's go to R3. So it should be up and there. So let's go to exit, show IP interface brief. Okay, and it's there. This is the first thing to verify if you want to check. So it's there, and you can check the neighborship as well. Definitely there should be 2 neighbor if everything is okay. Show IP EIGRP neighbor. So here I have neighbor which is not directly connected. This is the strange thing. You in EIGRP, we know this one. And this is 24.2 which is R2, and this is R3. Okay, and the same thing if I apply an R2 and R3, so you're gonna see they will show us 2 neighbor as well. So if I check here, show IP EIGRP neighbor, so it's showing me my neighbor, because we are not using full mesh, so it's using only my R1. And the same thing it will show in R3. Okay, show IP EIGRP neighbor. So here you can see R1 is my neighbor, but R1 has 2 neighbor because he is like a R on, just like a BGP. Okay, and also definitely if you check, the route will be there. If we say show IP route EIGRP, so I'm receiving 2 and 3. Can I ping now? 3.3.3, yes. Can I ping 2.2.2? Yes. Can I ping from my loopback, source loopback 1? So yes, I can ping. Can I ping 3 from my loopback, source 1.1.1? So yes, I can do. And the same way, if I go to R3, can I ping 1.1.1? Yes. Can I ping them from loopback 3? Yes. Can I ping 1 from I can type 3.3 as well. Sorry, source 3.3.3. So now it's reachable and they become neighbor. Okay, so here I show you that, showing us that we have a route the same like EIGRP, it's representing by D. Okay, and also you can verify show IP route in EIGRP, and also you can ping I test you, and it's working. So we make them neighbor which is not directly connected. There is ISP involved, but still R1 is reachable to R2, R1 is reachable to R3, and R3 is reachable to R1, and R2 is reachable to R1. There is another case as well if you want to make full mesh, R2, R1 and R3. But in this case we make them this way, that these 2 are reachable to R1 and they can share the route, same like a EIGRP, but they are not directly connected. Because in EIGRP we say they has to be directly connected and they has to be on the same subnet. But this is opposite case. You can see they are not in the same subnet, neither they are directly connected, but still we can reach. And this concept is called an EIGRP OTP. That's it. Thank you very much.